Monday the 30th of March. I'm doing a bit of an unconventional video right now. I literally have no clue when I'm going to post this. I don't even know if this isn't even like a thing, because I experience identity issues. I actually bring up some receipts of me like I'm exposing myself. I'm not. I guess you kind of am, but you normally use that in a negative context.
Exposed! 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 Exposed!
Talked about how do you tell if something's identity issues or an actual shift in identity. So this is what that was about. And I honestly like keep going back and forth about what it is.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I guess I'm gonna say what I've been thinking. I all of a sudden, on the 25th, so the last Wednesday for me, I think it was the 25th. Anyway, it was last Wednesday. Got this sudden feeling that I was in some way non-binary. And I feel like it's been so overwhelming I've forgotten what I was doing. I was doing something at some point. Duh! At that point that made me, that kind of triggered it. And it's one, it's really weird because I've been a trans activist ever since I learned about trans issues, which was 8 years ago, I think. Oh no. So it was when I was about to turn 16 and I'm about to turn 24. So yeah, I think that's 8 years ago, yeah. And so yeah, so that's when I started learning about trans issues, and I even learned that non-binary was a thing. And since that time it's always been, oh, I know I'm a woman, but I'm also like, how do I even know that? Like, that's always the question that I always wondered. I was like, but how do you know? I know I do, but like, how do I know that? Like what is that feeling? How am I so certain? Like, I was always only questioning gender in that kind of way, but it was like it's such an interesting concept because we all know we feel a certain gender or we don't feel a gender if you're agender, or you might be like me right now where you're feeling things and you're like, I don't know. I was always certain, and it was like we all feel a gender, or we're in one of the other characters of not having a gender or questioning, but like, how do we even know? Like, that was the one that I was questioning. Like everyone, so not just trans people, because I know a lot of times people question trans people like that, and that's not right to just question trans people, but to look at it in general, it's like, well, how do we know? Like, how do we know it's the same for everyone that identifies as a woman, or everyone that identifies as a man, or everyone identifies as agender, or whatever? So it's like, those were the only questions for 8 years I've had, and then all of a sudden, it's like,
Ooh, this should be hitting different.
like literally all of a sudden, it's completely different. And so if this isn't an identity issue, and this is an actual gender thing, I'm definitely gender fluid because, like my sexuality, because I was a cis woman before. I was so certain, and I don't think it's like a, oh, I figured it out eventually kind of thing. Because I was really certain, and I was really proud to be a woman. It's weird. And it's weird because also my feelings have changed since Wednesday as well. So on Wednesday I was like, well, I'm definitely not a boy because it's a complete aversion to the word boy. Well, not aversion, it's like just like a, oh, that's really not me, like a definite. But then there was a, not quite as much, but a little bit of that with women as well, and with girl. And now it's just like, I don't even know. And it's weirding me out. But yeah, I felt like I just wanted to document it because this is like literally when I do start telling people about this, it will be the 4th time I has come out. Because if you didn't know, came out as gay, and I was gay before somebody's like, oh, and then you later found out, no, I was. And then my sexuality changed gradually. I didn't come out as the changes happened. But yeah, then I came out as bi, which no one saw. People only realised because I started dating Fabian. But I changed my interested in on Facebook. And then the 3rd time I realised, not that long ago actually, that I'm partially demi-romantic. And I can't explain what partially means because it's triggering because of past trauma. But yeah, just know it's not like fully. But yeah, and I mean most people won't know that, but I just like have said it on Twitter just like a few times. Like with each coming out it's been less, it's been even less effort to actually be coming out. Maybe I should break the pattern with this one.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
I kind of am with this video already because I made a video from the first one and I didn't for the last 2, so yeah. Oh, and another thing that you might have noticed, a little hint that this is going on, is that I painted my nails. Cause this was, I took a picture of this and posted it on Instagram. I just did that today. This is the non-binary flag, and this was a kind of a way for me to like wear it in a way, like because I wear what I want already, I do my makeup how I want, and I don't want to like, or my hair as well, and I don't want to change them. And those aren't linked, have never been linked to my gender actually. Body as well, I just do what I want. I don't consider, I have never considered any of those things being linked to my womanhood, and now that I may no longer be in womanhood, I don't associate those things as being contradictory. So as of right now, I'm not going to change any of those things. I am considering changing to they, them though, only. I mean, I was fine with they, them before as just gender neutral pronoun, but now I'm like considering ditching she, her. But I don't know, because I keep not changing my mind, because it's not a choice, it's like a feeling, you can't choose how you feel, but my feelings around those pronouns keep changing ever since Wednesday. But yeah, so I think I like started talking about her nails and then kind of went on a tangent. Anyway, non-binary flag to wear it. And so you might have noticed that. I don't know, I feel I feel like I'm getting like little hints, and it's fun being like, hey, did you notice that hint? I'm gonna open up about one thing. Oh, well, before I do, I'm gonna say I literally have not told a single person yet. I have therapy tomorrow, and I might not say it, but I'm planning to say it then and to talk to her about it. But the first person after that would be my partner, and the one thing I want to say is that I am really worried about that for two reasons. One, which has nothing to do with them, and the other which does. The one that has nothing to do with them is a trauma reason. I have come out to a partner before and been abused. So I know logically that's not gonna happen, but when you are triggered by abuse and things happen again that you're worried about happening again, because you know like you're still gonna have that panic about it and that fear that it's gonna happen the same time. And so that's just an experience. And the second thing is that he is a straight man, so I'm like, how would he feel being with somebody that isn't a woman? Like, if that's how this turns out. Because I mean, I could still be a woman and non-binary, but I'm not a girl, not a woman, because there is like or at least a woman aligned or femme aligned, because I'm also like oh, maybe I'm demigirl, or well, demi woman because I'm an adult, or you know, maybe just femme aligned in general. No, no, no. But I'm also not sure about that. But anyway, like, let's just say hypothetically, well, in that situation, I still wouldn't necessarily be a woman. It would depend on how I feel, and again, don't know how I feel about that. But let's say that I am a gender, or a third gender, you know, whatever that feels like to me. You know, something that would be the middle, even though that's very hard to figure out what the fuck that means, because there isn't a middle, because it's all like just it's more complicated than that, and it should be, because that's a good thing. But yeah, let's say I'm in the middle. How would he feel about that? You know, I don't mind words like girlfriend, though I still prefer partner for lots of reasons, but I wouldn't mind being called a girlfriend. I don't mind daughter. So I don't think I'd be like, don't call me that. You know, but like, how would he feel being with somebody that's non-binary? Especially if they're not femme aligned. Yeah. It's tricky. I think he would be fine with it. But it's just, But yeah, it's very weird right now, literally having this on my hand It's like I'm open about it, but not. So might not be cis is the point of this. And that's as far as I've gotten right now. Well, to be honest, got a little bit farther. Definitely not a boy. That's what we know. Not a boy, not like masculined. Either in the middle or like a little bit closer to women, but not there. Maybe. I said that almost like it was definite. I don't know. But yeah, so it's just really weird because I have seen people talking about how gonna be like people gonna be leaving quarantine different or like whatever. It's like literally literally what's happening with me because I entered quarantine a woman and I'm leaving maybe not one.
Tonight, singing live, and that crowd is Whitney Houston!
Well, I'm not leaving yet, but you know what I mean. When I do leave, I may leave not a woman. It doesn't feel right as well because for 8 years I've been talking about how I have cis privilege and talking in privilege and being like, you know, disclaimer, I'm cis, but you know, this thing, and just talking about these things as like facts, you know, being like trying to be the best ally that I can possibly be. It's like technically I'm not an ally anymore, but because I've been doing that for 8 years, it feels like I'm stepping on people's toes just by questioning my gender. And yeah, so that's the thing. It feels like disrespectful as fuck. Sunday the 5th of April. So I told Fabian on April Fool's Day, and it went so what's funny is that I actually told him for a custom hangman, and the way he did the words, it typed out I might be bi. And so we had a little bit of laugh before it actually was revealed because it's like, whoa, I know that. But yeah, so one reason why I didn't go quite as like good is because it turns out he thought I meant I was more of a man. And I thought he meant, oh, if you're less of a woman, then maybe he thinks, oh, I'm more of a man then. But he actually described it as he thought I meant I was like bigender or gender fluid in a way that I'm both a man and a woman, which in actuality fact...
Stop! Take it back now, y'all.
In actuality fact...
What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
I'm not, and I'm neither. And yeah, so quick updates. I no longer feel like I'm not woman aligned, because I did not like that. Femme-aligned. It's femme-aligned, not woman aligned. I mean, if you can call yourself woman aligned if you want, but that was definitely not the word that I would have used at the time. But I don't feel like I'm femme-aligned anymore. I feel like even though I'm somebody that's I don't associate gender with gender expression at all, and I haven't for quite a few years. Because I'm something like that, I kind of figured I wouldn't have any biases, but I do feel like some biases maybe came into it where I was like, I'm okay with some feminine words being used about me, like you know, relationship words like daughter, girlfriend, sister, whatever the fuck. Obviously you have to, you know, that has to make sense for a relationship. Don't just start calling me daughter if you're a stranger, because that's fucking bizarre. But yeah, like so like some feminine words I'm like don't mind, and also I guess because also I'm feminine, I'm a feminine person, and I still
I'm sick.
Boo, you whore.
associate with words like lesbian and sapphic and trigger warning, dyke. Yeah, so because of that, I was like, I feel like I unknowingly had this bias to think, oh, I must be feminine, but I think I'm like just neither man, neither woman, neither feminine, neither masculine lines, I'm not agender. I feel like I'm some kind of third gender, whatever I would label that as. If that's just a third gender is just gonna be the label, I don't know, but I feel like just non-binary right now is good for me. But yeah. And another quick update, I feel kind of rough saying this, but I feel like I need to you know, be honest with how it's going right now. It's kind of rough because there's a girl power like tag all the beautiful women kind of post going around right now, and I've been tagged twice at this point, and I feel like it's probably gonna happen again. And it's so rough because it's like it hurts, but it's also like, well, they can't know. So it's like nothing against the people that done this. Do not feel guilty if that is you, whether you've done it now or you're gonna do it from my now until you're present, right? You know, do not feel bad about it, because you literally couldn't have known. Like, I've always been a proud woman, and now I'm not. And you can't know that because I haven't said it yet. So do not feel guilty. It would actually be bad if you weren't calling me a woman at my present, because you don't know. And so therefore, like what I've said, it's not like you're assuming anything. I've said I'm a woman so many times. You know what I mean? So it's like, you're not even assuming anything, you're literally doing nothing wrong. It's just complete ignorance, and not in a bad way, because a lot of times people use ignorance in a bad way, like you're doing something bad. Ignorance as in you just don't know, and you can't do better. So it's like, it sucks, but like yeah. And it's so weird because the word woman used to be like a rallying cry. Like it filled me with like joy, and it like I truly identified with it. And you know, it's like what Saoirse said, where she's like,
Women.
you know, I still feel like that. It's just about people that, you know, all women that aren't me. Maybe in a different way than I said about myself, but still. It's my birthday. And I came out to my family today. It went well. Also, some anonymous people on Tumblr know, because I gave them a little hint that you could see it on my Instagram, so that was quite funny. And they were like, I think I've decided I'm gonna come out on 420 day because it's 420 day in the 420 month, so that's funny. So and they were getting annoyed at me because it's like, oh, the 20th is too long. But yeah, so I guess unless I change my mind, you're all gonna find out on the 20th. So, which is in the past for you. So, so yeah. Monday the 20th of April, and I'm just about to put it up. So I'm gonna change my profile first, on Facebook, and yes, so got that ready. Save. Ah!
Shut the fuck up!
Automatically now. Post, publish. So that's it done on Tumblr. Now I've got Twitter. That's already in my drafts. And tweet. That's everywhere, isn't it?
I think so.
Okay. I'm a little shaky inside right now. I might film again, but I'm gonna stop filming now.
So this is the end.